Hi, welcome back to my living room. So, this is my Saturday night. This is what I'm doing. I'm having Domino's and I'm doing a first impression. So, I haven't turned this thing on. I've just charged it and I've put my SD card in it, but I haven't actually used it. So, out of the box, this is the actual camera. I've taken out the magnetic mount on there. That's what you're looking at. I am currently filming on my Pocket 3. And this is not the Pocket 3's low light, what do you call that? It's not in the low light format. Anyways, so Insta360 Ace Pro, that's what that looks like. I will lift up that screen so that I can see myself. And we are going to turn this on for the first time together. I've charged it to full and it now has an SD card. And that's the first time. I'm setting it up in English. Next. So as you can see, those are the only details that the LCD screen in the front will give you. It's not actually a second screen. Please download the Insta360 app. I already have that. So I'm just going to go ahead and open that. With this camera, it's like the Insta360 and the same with the DJI, actually Pocket and the Action series, you'll have to activate it before. Well, it gives you about 5 times opportunity to use the camera without activating it first. But anyways, okay. Please activate your camera. There we go. It's Ace Pro. First connection must be confirmed on the device, so I'm confirming that. Connecting to Bluetooth, and there we go. I don't actually understand. With DJI as well, once you've connected some of the, it's got a new firmware that it wants me to download right off the bat. So I'm going to go ahead and do that while we're talking. But with the DJI cameras, some of them you can't unbind them from your account once you've bound them. I was trying to do that with the Action 4 that I purchased and returned. I couldn't do it. I could still see my Pocket 2 and my previous, the drone I was able to remove. But apparently unbinding is only effective on drones, not on the Action cameras or the Pocket series. I don't know if it works on like the mobile gimbals, but yeah. So it's already updating its firmware currently at 91%, although my phone says it's at 68%. So there's a bit of delay there. Installing new firmware, update successful, restarting automatically. Right, but my phone is still showing that it's on 90-something%. Right. Okay, please reconnect the device. Doing that now. It's asking me again about language, so I'm doing English, and then connecting the two. And I'm filming with my DJI mic because I also want to try something with this. First connection must be blah blah. Okay, done. Join. So much drama. Okay. Now I know that there are people who are like up in arms with the fact that you have to activate the camera. I don't have a lot of stuff going on in my life that I would be afraid for people to find out about. So I don't know. Sure, personal information and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm all for that. I get a lot of scam calls on my phone because my information was leaked by 2 major companies here in Australia after they got hacked. But in saying that, it could happen to anyone. So it's giving me some tutorial switch modes. Pure video is, I believe this is what you use when you want the low light capability. Slide left from edge to of the screen to access shooting parameters. Okay, I've got auto white balance on. I'm gonna turn on stabilization. Improves motion blur and picture stability when the ambient light is too dark. The brightness of the screen will increase, which may cause flickering. Don't remind me again. Okay. Slide up for shooting. I've got 16:9, 4K, and I always film in 24 because I want that kind of cinematic feel, even though I'm not doing the 180 rule, because when I do that, motion blur is just shit. Gesture control, I want that on. It also has voice control, which the Osmo Action series has. I don't need the voice control at the moment. Brightness is okay. I always put my sounds on mute because I don't like hearing them. Okay, here's the pairing mechanism. It's got wind reduction as well. I don't have the remote control for this thing, so I'm not even going to do that. Wi-Fi settings on, power off, charging, charge only. I'm just going through the settings right now and making sure that I've got, okay, date and time is correct. Right, now, just like with the X4, the Bluetooth connectivity is has an icon of the AirPods, which is, I find, a little bit weird. Bluetooth is starting searching. Please make sure both Bluetooth devices are in pairing mode. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in pairing mode. From what I understand, aftermarket, when they've already launched it, they've introduced the Bluetooth connectivity, and there you have it. The Bluetooth connectivity of the Ace Pro to the DJI mics, and I think the Rode Go Pro. Is that what it's called? I don't own it, so yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and connect that, and then I'm going to switch over to this camera in filming, so that we can test out. I have one light source on top of me, which is just our living room light. Nothing special. I didn't turn on the pure, what's it called? Pure video. This page does not support gesture control. That's fine. I wasn't trying to do that. Okay. It's still giving me, it doesn't give you the option to skip the, what do you call this? To skip the tutorial. Anyway. Right, so now I am filming on the Ace Pro, and it is on the standard mode. It's not on pure video, just on the regular video mode. I've turned off the active HDR. It is showing an icon of AI next to the Bluetooth icon, so I don't know what that means. And I only have one light source on top of me, which is our normal living room light source. It's like sort of like a spotlight. And this is how that's working in terms of its ability to film in low light. Granted that this is stationary and it's on a little tripod, so it should be fairly stable. In fact, let's turn off the stability. Oh, it's actually off. I can see it from there. Now, the good thing that I can see on the screen is that it actually gives you a few options here. Yeah, so if I click on that icon, it has low light stabilization on, which I probably don't need. I can tell right away that it is having or creating, oh, there's the motion blur right there. It has a little bit of like a blurring filter on. Not happy about that. The image quality isn't great. I've just turned off the stabilization since it's on tripod anyway. Saturday night, I just don't have the energy to do anything. I flew in from Manila. It was We left Taiwan at 9 a.m. or our hotel in Taiwan at 9 a.m. We didn't arrive in Sydney until 12 a.m. the next day because our flight from Manila, which was the layover, was delayed for 3 hours. Anyway, long story short, I just don't have the energy. But let's see how well it picks up details. This is churros from Domino's. And as you can probably see, I don't know if this is just the preview screen, that maybe the actual video would be better, but I can tell that it's not very sharp. Okay. Next one. Garlic and Parmesan chicken wings. There we go. That's what's for dinner. See whether it captures the details of that. And then I'm going to do a video on the Pocket 3 showing the same things so that we can determine which one has the better image quality in indoor lighting. Let's do that now. So silly me just realized that I've actually got two microphones that I can use to input audio on both cameras. So here we go. I showed the churros earlier. Now I'm gonna focus a little bit here with our Pocket 3 to show whether that picks up the details that the Insta360 does not seem to be able to pick up. I'm hoping I'm making you guys hungry with this. So that's the pizza. There you go. Look at that. Yep. And I'm also hoping that the audio that's being recorded in the Insta360 Ace Pro is better than without an audio. I'll probably test out the one without audio. Let's actually do that now. Jeez. All right. Turn that off. So the Ace Pro should be now recording with just the internal audio off the camera. But right off the bat, just from what I'm seeing on the screen in front of me, neither of them are in low light mode. I like what I'm seeing on the Pocket 3. And of course, the Ace Pro decided to stop filming because I raised my hand and it recognized it as me trying to end the recording. Yeah, just like the overall brightness of the Pocket 3 is better. Granted, the Pocket 3 has got a 1-inch sensor. So that's probably why it's got better lighting. It's capturing the image much, much better. Not a lot of shadowing on my face. So there we go. Anyway, I'm gonna stop this part here because I wanna have dinner. So see you in a bit. So I was actually planning on taking the ferry right here to go to Milson's Point to capture the drone show tonight. But everyone seems to have had the same idea because the queue to the ferry is massive and I don't actually want to do that. But I am filming. This is on like a little tripod that I'm holding to test out the pure video mode of the Insta360 Ace Pro. See how well it holds in low lights. This is not a great location for this. So yeah, so testing that in low light. That's what you see in the environment. I don't know if you can see any motion blurs. Okay. But we'll see what we can capture from here because I'm not getting on that ferry. I'm not queuing just to get on the ferry. I might try to do it tomorrow. We'll see. Because tomorrow and next Saturday would be the last days for that. And some random people just got into my shot. The screen says that the preview is not representative of the quality of the actual video, so I'm hoping that it is going to be better once I start editing this. But from what I can see right now, it's not great. However, this footage is definitely better than what my Action 3 would have been able to capture. You definitely see a bit more light with this camera. Hey guys, welcome back. So I've done a little bit of that low light shooting last night, and I am in the and I raised my hand, and the camera just turned itself off. Anyways, I wanted to put in a little bit of a conclusion on this video. So, first impressions on this camera, it's not as great as I heard it would be. Just looking at what I see on the screen at the moment, I'm not very pleased with the image quality or yeah, the image quality. Like, um, the separation of the subject versus the background is not really there. That's probably because the depth of field, or the shallowest depth of field that this camera is capable of, is at 2.6. Whereas my DJI one, I believe, is 1.8 or 1.7. I can't remember, but one of those. Yeah, so that you could definitely, like when you're doing product photography, you can put up the item in front of it, and it will definitely have a shallower depth of field. But anyways, the other thing that I don't like about this, and you're probably hearing this, is the quality of the audio when you pair it with a Bluetooth microphone like the DJI Mic 2. Um, from what I have heard so far, is it kind of feels or sounds muffled, like you were underwater or you've got a cloth over the microphone. It's not great. And it is the same with the Insta360 X4. I don't know if it is a matter of the Bluetooth connectivity or the mic that you connect to it, but I have had to buy the mic adapter for the X4 in order for me to be able to attach the DJI mic receiver and do the external audio that way, as opposed to pairing it with the Bluetooth, because the Bluetooth audio quality was not great. And neither is this one on the Ace Pro. That's one thing that I have noticed. Although it seems to be better when you are filming outdoors rather than in a situation like this where the sound is isolated and there isn't really much ambient sound happening. I don't know if that's an AI thing. I did forget to mention one thing, and it has to do with pairing this microphone to the Ace Pro. And that is, once you turn off the Ace Pro and then you want to use it again, it doesn't automatically connect to the DJI Mic 2. You're gonna have to pair it or connect it again, even though they're both on, which is kind of annoying because because they're both DJI products, my Pocket 3 and my microphone connects instantaneously as soon as I turn on the mic and the camera. However, with this one, even though you've paired it before, you're still gonna have to connect it again. Annoying. Speaking of AI, I've noticed that this camera also would automatically have the AI on, and I don't really want to do that. I'd rather see the actual video as it is and do any post processing after. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of this camera. I don't think that it does a better job than any of my other action cameras. And having already the X4, which can do very similar things, if not better things than the Ace Pro, I don't really see the need to have this one. Um, I would probably I would likely return this and wait for the DJI Action 5 to come out, which is supposed to happen sometime in August or September this year, or at least the rumors have it that way. Because I don't know, I'm just a fan of the DJI products. I like that they make the changes when they hear the constructive criticisms. I like the pairing of the Bluetooth microphone with my Pocket 3, and I have also tested this with the Action 4, and they both have excellent audio quality. And for the type of videos that I make, which is often sit down videos here on YouTube, I think that's important. Um, yeah, everything that the Ace Pro can do, my X4 can do, plus others. So yeah, the other thing is a lot of people are raving about this flip screen that the Ace Pro has, but I am not actually the biggest fan of it. It has come to a point where it kind of annoyed me because obviously you flip it up so you can film yourself and then see what's happening and still be in frame. But then when you have to quickly turn it around to film what's on the opposite side, um, then you have to flip down the screen again, which I don't have that same problem with my Action 3 because my Action 3 has dual screens. I can see myself at the back, I can see myself at the front as well. So if I have to film that way and then quickly turn that around, there is no other additional action that I have to do. And I also think that this screen is big enough for me to be able to frame myself as I am doing those kinds of videos. Not that these action cameras are meant to be used that way anyway, but honestly, I use my action cameras that way as like a vlogging camera, um, as a backup to my Pocket 3. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. So, in conclusion, I don't believe that I need the Ace Pro. I think I am going to return it. I am going to wait for the Action 5 to come out and test that one. I did get the Action 4 and returned it because I didn't think it was too much of an upgrade to my Action 3. But I'm hoping that the Action 5 will come out and it will have the 1-inch sensor. And if it does, then that's it. That's it. I'm sticking with my DJI products. Yeah, this is a very expensive action camera for what it is. 650 Australian dollars, and that's already. Um, I think that's already gone down from its initial launch price. Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed because every other video that I've seen about this has raved about this camera. But I guess because those were done before the X4 came out, so a lot of people were like didn't have anything like this to compare it to. But because I have the X4 that could also do me mode, it could also do single lens video. Yeah, I think, yeah, keeping one Insta360 product in my arsenal is enough. I don't need the Ace Pro. So it's going back.